You know what? I
Oh,
just
okay, there
realized
it
something.
goes. Okay, how's that?
Sean, Sean, I just realized something. Oh my God. I was texting a friend of mine in Cape Coral last night. She was showing me like flood pictures. How did you make out with the storm?
Fine. I mean, I'm on a lake, where our seawall's already like completely damaged, like as it is, but everybody's trying to get Lennar to pay for it. It's like $39 million worth of damage, so we're trying
Oh
not to have to
my.
pay for it. But so the storm just made it worse. But the seawall in front of my house is like parts of it are in the water now. So
Oh my.
but yeah, my buddy he's on the water, probably like 10 minutes from my house here, and he said like the water is literally 1 inch from like flooding his whole house out, and he's got to be at least 15 feet above the water. So I don't know how it
Oh
got so
my.
high, but
Yeah. They
yeah.
were
So
saying
I haven't
storm
even
surge.
watched the news yet, but I was figuring, oh yeah, no big deal. We had some high winds and but evidently the surge must have got a lot of people probably pretty bad.
And it's funny because I tried to turn on the news real quick this morning, to see what happened with the Big Bend, as they call it, which I never heard until hurricane hit it last time. But I didn't hear any mention about Tallahassee per se, which seemed like that was
Yeah.
going to be its, the
I it's
landing
funny
point.
they call it Big Bend. I call it the armpit, but
The armpit. Well, there you go. Go
yeah,
ahead, look at it.
that's what it
We
looks
have a
like.
Big Bend down in Miami, and it's a totally different thing. It's a road, but it's a highway.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Big Bend. But I did hear something about Panama City, but it really seems like the news, is all very focused on Atlanta now, which really is either getting whacked or got whacked or whatever. And yeah,
Mm,
like torrential flooding there, which I'm sure they're not used to. But
yeah.
Connie, you're going on camera. If you go on camera, I'll go on camera. I don't have my
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
don't have
Yeah,
my
I didn't even
camera. Cynthia
think of
DeLucas
that.
here borrowing my camera. So I'm a little blurry.
I don't know why. Yeah, mine's not. Oh, anyway, there we go.
Wait, there you
There I
are.
am.
Like you're in outer space.
So, yeah, that's where I live. So
Well, we're
my
glad you're
my
safe
brain's always
anyway.
out there. So yeah,
Glad you're
Connie,
safe.
yeah. So um, okay. So
hello.
which program did you want me to go over? Because we went over
Oh,
these
wait, hang on.
before.
I
Like
think
this was
Lisette's
surprise.
I think Lisette's
Tyson
jumping on.
can't log in because he's being recognized as a host.
Oh,
I wonder how he can get a workaround.
can we unhost him?
Yeah, it says the host cannot register because it's set up like where you have to register.
That's yeah, because I had to sign in too.
He has to go in his
Yeah.
site, like if with using the link, I mean, using the number for the event and
Like
then the passcode. So
using
he
the
can go
number
into
for the
Zoom.
event and the password, like log
He,
in, like if you're logging into a meeting.
he needs to go in like to Zoom and put in join a meeting. On the very top of Zoom, it'll say join a meeting.
And then just click join meeting
On the top of Zoom, when you log in, there says
on the
schedule
top
join
where you log
host.
in.
I'll send him a screenshot. I'm sending him a screenshot right now.
It's gonna send you a screenshot.
I'm sending it to him right now.
I think
And
it's because it's not showing up in the schedule, so it doesn't like it still blocks him, but
it's happened to us before because I put his co-host in case anything happened, Christy and him. So and Christy's sending the meeting details to him. Like the meeting ID.
okay, let's continue. Thank you.
All right, Sean. So what we wanted to see was the first two items on the top that are marked as new.
Okay.
Because I don't
Yeah,
think we
because
ever
we went
got.
over these before. Yeah,
Not with us. Not with our group.
Oh, you know what? Like I don't remember. Yeah, you might not have been on. That was with Teresa Kinney and
Yeah,
the
that's
your
the
attorney.
executives.
And
Mhm.
so okay, all right.
Evian.
Yeah, so I get all my demos mixed up here. So the buyer registration program obviously is something that's not required or anything like that. I look at it as more kind of like an accounting thing for for agents to be able to use. Now you could make it where everybody someday like was required to come in here. Like if the board want to do that, I can't imagine why you'd want to require it, but like, it gets, but anyway, so the register buyer, this isn't something where they're going to upload their buyer registration contract or anything. Like they would just put in the first name, last name, phone number, the email, like if it was an exclusive, showing agreement, broker, other, well, whatever kind of agreement it was. And then they pick a date like that it started and the date it ended. And then the allow searchable is if they want other agents to be able to search it, like again, and I'll explain that like when I go to the search all registrations, but they can make this yes or no. Maybe they just want it private. They only want themselves to be able to know that this person's registered, and they don't want any other agents to know that. Like again, and I'll explain like that in a second. But once they once they register a buyer, that's it. Like if they go to my registrations, here just a second, let me log into a different one here so that I can I got like a dummy account set up here. So I got a whole bunch of different people registered here. Barry Sanders, Brett Favre, like, Dwayne Johnson, like all these different people, right? Um, and it tells you what kind of agreement type it was, a start date. If it's red, they know right away that it expired. So this way, like, because with having to have all these buyers agreements now is like, me being a former broker myself, like I was thinking like, yeah, you're going to forget like, when people's expires and when it isn't, because it isn't like a listing agreement. You don't have that many listings, when they're going to expire, like, but with buyers agreements, you could have by the, end of the year, you could have like 100 of these things or something. But, so this way they could quickly say, oh, wow, like this one already expired. I got to make sure like I'm still working with Brett. I don't want, I want to go get them, to renew that. So, so it's a great way to do that. The open house access pass is like something that I just added to this program. This is really powerful. So again, maybe they don't care about the bookkeeping end of it. Maybe they don't care about this at all, but they would care about the open house access pass. So let's say I'm working with Barry Sanders here, like then I can go ahead and view this. This is what it would look like. It's going to say open house access pass. Thank you for allowing me to tour the open house. I'm registered with Sean Summer, ABC Realty, and there's QR code. Now, what that is like I'm going to go ahead and copy this URL and send that link to Barry, like, and say, hey, if you walk into any open house at all, don't register like on their system there. You just go ahead and click this link and open it up, and that agent's going to be able to scan that QR code. Now, if the agent scans the QR code, this is what they would see. They would say Barry Sanders is registered a buyer with Sean Summer, ABC Realty, like all my contact information, and they can click save contact to their phone. So now it says right here, it says, please contact my agent directly. Click the button to save like the agent's information. A note will also be added to your contact with the buyer's name. So when they do save this contact to their phone, it's going to also say, Barry Sanders has toured this house. He's working with Sean Summer. So that way in their contacts, like on their phone, they'll remember, why they programmed in, Sean Summer. But this way, like again, like they can call the agent after that and say, hey, how did Barry like the house or whatever, but they're not calling my customer. Does that make sense? Is there
I think
Yes,
I see-
sorry, I'm on mute.
Oh.
Yes.
okay. Is that how fast I talk? So, but so is everybody good with that?
yes.
Yep.
Okay. And they can edit this and delete it, obviously. Now, the open house has access pass. I even put step-by-step directions as after registering your buyer, copy the URL, create a new email, send it to them, tell them to add it to their home screen. That way it's on their phone. So this way, they know exactly how to tell their customers to do it. Now they can also go down here, because again, this is part of the free member benefit. So it's they might have our CRM, they might not. If they, they don't have our upgrade, then they have their own. They can export all these registrations anytime they want, or a certain date range if they want to do that. So now the office registrations, that's so that the broker can see everybody in their in their office that did it. And what I did with the broker feature was I got this broker verified button at the end. Now agents will not see this link at all. Only brokers are going to see this show up. So but let's say I'm an agent, I'm working for this broker. Again, I just hard coded this in here. Here was all my people that I registered. And over here on the broker verified, like, the broker can, like say like, oh yeah, Sean sent me Brett Favre's like, exclusive, like I got that on file, but wait a minute, I don't have the one he's got for Barry on file. Like, then he can talk to the agent and say, hey, how come you never sent me over that registration for Barry? Like, again, they may say, well, I didn't close the deal yet or whatever, but this way, like the broker can, change it to yes or no. Now the search registrations, let's say I typed in this phone number. This is where that search would come in. If I go back to register buyer, this allowable search or yes or no. Let's say like, like in my case, if I went to my registrations, you can see I made a bunch of them yes. I made this one no, this one no. And I would personally, if it was me, I would make them yes if like it was a serious buyer, like that, it was actually going to buy some, especially if I had something pending or whatever else, so that they don't go and try to work with some other agent. But let's say like I went in here and I typed in the phone number here and I did a search. I can see Barry Sanders like is actively working with somebody exclusive and he's working with Sean Summer and then the agent's phone number and email here. So I could call because maybe Barry came in to like, to Jill Smith and said, hey, Jill, yeah, I want to look at this house. And you're like, hey, are you working with anybody? No, I'm not working with anybody. I mean, buyers do that all the time. So this way, like it would be a good way to look that up. So again, I understand that agents out there, some are going to be like, nope, I want all my stuff private. Nobody needs to know that I'm working with so-and-so or whatever. That's fine. Like that's why we gave them the yes, no option. And then it also shows that like Jerry had a previous contract expired exclusive, but it's an inactive agent. That agent's no longer with the board. So it just says inactive, but it does show that Barry worked with somebody else before. So, does that all make sense?
Yeah, I like that it shows that if they were previously working with somebody else and the fact that it's expired, so there's no conflict.
Yeah, yeah. And it just, again, just like we want to make it really, really clear. Like, and you'd want to tell people is like, look, you can make all of them no. You do not want that searchable, like then make it no. So if I went to my registrations here and edited, Barry here, this like what I'm working with, and I changed that to no, update that. And then if I went back to search, you can see now it's no longer showing that active there. So it shows
Hey,
the previous one. What's that?
Sean, would it also show if the buyer was actively working with another agent?
Well, that's what I did. Like let's say Barry right now is actively working with me. The end date's like October, right? And so and if I allow that to be searchable, like I did, so like right now it's searchable and wait a second, yeah, searchable. And if I went to search all registrations.
Oh, okay. So that's a way to verify whether
Barry
they're
is
already registered.
actively has a contract. It is exclusive and he's working with Sean.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So
anybody
again,
can do that, not just you. Okay.
Yeah. Now,
Got it.
because like this program isn't something where somebody can just go in there and type in Barry Sanders, like and then see if or type in like Barry or John or and then see everybody like they can get like a list of all these people. The only way they would have their phone number if they currently did know Barry. I mean, so I don't see a big privacy thing there, whatever, but some agents will and that's fine. That's why I made it flexible either way. Personally, if it was me, I would make all of mine searchable. I wouldn't care. It isn't like they can take my customer. I mean, like I got an exclusive contract with them, so, but, and it gives my information. I'd rather have that agent call me up and let me know that hey, Barry, by the way, Barry came over to me and said he's not working with anybody. I'm like, what? Then I asked Barry, I said, dude, what are you doing? I mean, so I've been working hard for you. So I think it's a good thing, to build, people can kind of paddle on your buyers to you, but it's like I said, it's flexible. But my registrations again, I look at more it's like a bookkeeping thing. I can see when things expire, but the open house access pass I think is super powerful. So that way they're they're not having to do that because buyers feel uncomfortable when they walk in. They don't want to put their name and phone number stuff because they already know they're working with an agent. This way they just flash that and say, hey, scan this. Like I'm not signing nothing, So is that all right?
I love it. I think it's, you gave them the option whether they want to make it public or not. And it's a way for them to have that. So I'm working with you. I want to make sure my, contract is up to date. There's no way this could be a bad thing. So
yeah. Yeah, thanks. Yeah. And to be clear, this is public for Miami. Like every board that has this program, it's the database is only good for that association. So it's not searching. I'm not trying to make some global database here.
Yeah, and it's not going to show like if they're working, if they happen to be working with a beaches agent, obviously that's
No,
not going to show
no,
up. Yeah.
no.
Got it.
So yeah. So it's, now the consent, I'm worried right here, like about like your disclosure as soon as I signed in, said I'm not allowed to use, the C word there, or violates antitrust policy. I mean, am, am I allowed to like discuss this program or not?
You're asking if you're allowed?
You can discuss it.
Yeah, because like,
You can
I mean, as
discuss
soon as I go in here, it's got that word right there, like that, like I mean, like as soon as I saw the disclosure pop up, like I'm, like it said, if I talk about the amounts or whatever, then
Correct. Yeah, you can't mention numbers, figures, percentages, correct, Connie? Just,
okay,
yeah.
I'll try my hardest,
But
because that's what this program.
for our case here, we would talk XYZ, Sean.
Okay,
And
XYZ.
that
Okay,
disclosure is because members cannot intermingle and commingle in the group, and they
okay,
cannot ask us about it. Now, this is us
okay,
training session with you to understand how to use
okay,
the program. And when
okay,
we discuss it, we would talk about XYZ, but never an amount or
XYZ. Okay, all
percentage.
right.
Got it? So no, don't worry.
Okay,
That
good.
is
Yeah, I just
a
want to make sure I'm
that's a
following the rules. Okay,
that's a disclosure
okay,
for us when we do Zooms, teaching or any type of event. But this is an internal thing with you, our provider. So it's okay.
okay.
If you don't want to say
All right, so,
you don't want to say the number percent, you can say XYZ.
okay. Um, And I mean, like some of the screenshots are going to show some numbers in there, but like I just won't say them. So, um, the so anyway, like when they go to add edit here, like I hard coded some agent like that's got like 29 listings or something, but they're obviously doing well. But so anyway, it's only going to show their listings. They might have one, two, they might not have any. If they have like whatever they have as an agent, they can go in here and they can click edit here and they can say like, whatever, boat or something or whatever. I don't know. And then save that. And then my computer's locking up for some reason. I don't know why it's locking up. Let me just go to a next page here, like where there's some you can see they wrote things in here. Like again, I'm not saying anything. So, but like this is actually somebody that like I hard coded like a broker that's actually doing things and they offer things. So all they do is they can edit this or they edit this and then and then when they do. And they add it to their website, like here's a broker, like that added stuff to his website, and then he didn't put anything in for this column here, but he did here. So it's just going to show the MLS number, price, and in what they put in there. Does that make sense? So, and they're putting this link on their website. I've heard this whole 2-click rule. Is that such a thing? Is there really a 2-click rule? I mean, I've heard different things on that.
We heard there was.
Okay. Anyway, it would qualify for that. Like if they just, I mean, if that is something like again, but I put in here like when they edit all this stuff, if they go to the URL embed code, like they got 3 different things they can do. They can copy the embed code and put it on any site because it's part of the free benefit section. They can put it any site they want and it'll show on their website just like this, like framed in. Or they got an external link. If they want the external link, it would be like this. It would just be a page like with their photo and all their information and the colors that they had chose and everything, like if they just wanted to send a link to somebody, or if they have our website, it just shows them how they can add a link to their website, now I put this on here like these options below are for convenience. It's up to you to verify any local MLS rules or National Association rules before using any of these options. Neither the MLS Association you belong to or Agent 3000 or Direct Access is responsible anyway if you use any of these options that do not comply with your local MLS rules or National Association rules. So, I mean, again, because how it is, these rules could change by the second, and so it's up to them to make sure. And I think that again, if your legal beagle wants, I mean, wants me to put something else in there, I'm happy to do that, I mean, but I think that pretty much covers it, so, the settings are just if they want to change the header background, like the font color, that way they can match it to their website colors. So again, pretty simple program, they're just, they're just clicking edit here, like editing this or this, either one of these this last editor just shows like the last person, like you can see down here, this MLS ID is the last person that edited this. That way the broker knows. Because there was one other feature in here, like is I put this in as a broker, like so that you could see all the agents in the office, like all their listings. So the broker would have the right to override anything anybody puts in themselves. So some brokers over here, what they're telling people is, hey, you go in there, like say they got 10 agents, you go in there and you edit like either one of those fields, and then the broker has it on their brokerage website, like it'll go on there. But the broker can any time go in here and look and say, oh, wait a minute, they can't write that. Like they shouldn't have said it that way, and then they can edit it and override it. So but it gives that way the broker's not having to, like the broker might have like several hundred listings or something. They don't want to have to go in and edit every one, and they don't know what the contracts were. That way they can tell their agents to do it, and then they can override it. Does that make sense? Okay, so
Yeah, because bottom line at the end, it's who does it fall on? The
who does
broker.
what fall on?
I said the responsibility, and the bottom line, it falls on the broker. Listings belong to the
Yeah,
broker.
I mean, it's always the broker. I mean, like I tell people crazy all the time. Like they call me up. Oh yeah, I just opened my own brokerage. I'm like, why? It's like if I was back in the game, I would work for somebody else, man. It's like, and it's like you said, all the
Yeah.
responsibility, listings, everything are on them.
Yep.
So, but anyway, so are there any questions on any of these pages or? And they can override this disclosure too, like they can I put concession, like whatever are believed to be accurate, like per the listing agreement, brokerage concession, or or it can be changed at any time. Like they can therefore it's advised you always contact the listing agent or listing office to verify that what's offered below. And that's right here. That disclosure shows right above the table on every single like on one of these sites. So they can make it whatever they want to say it. Like, so if they're iframing it in their own website and they want to tweak that or even delete it, that's up to them. But I think you should always say that because you know how it is. Like maybe something changed and they didn't update the website, and so but anyway, that's it. If they click on this link, that will take them to the single property website for that or that property, or like in or if they have our website, takes a details page. Nowhere on here do I put either compensation or concessions, like because that would be mixing the data with the data feed. Like, and it's my understanding that you can't do that. So that this is just showing what the listing is. Like the other page is an independent page, with it's not not doing that. So I again Teresa and your attorney both said everything on here was fine before. So I assume it's still fine, I mean, but I guess Liz will be able to tell you after she watches the video or something, but any questions on it or?
Sean, I was going to ask you, do these listings drop off once they're sold, expired, etc.?
Yeah, yeah, they would, yeah, after they're sold, yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
They would say they're pending
Yeah.
or active with
Okay.
contract or anything like that, yeah.
Perfect.
So, and also like when they're in the back office too, like this ad edit, like for example, none of these like have either column filled out, so none of these would show up on the site. But the ones that like as long as one column or the other showed are here, then it shows up on the website.
Got
Does
it.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So, and again, this person didn't want any header colors or whatever for theirs. This one made it green and white, and so again, it can be tweaked to kind of match your colors of your site. So any ideas, suggestions, or
No,
critical stuff?
I think it's great. I think it's a great resource.
and I think they're lucky to have it. Thanks.
You think they're
User-friendly
what?
as always.
She said she
I'm
thinks
sorry,
they're lucky.
you're sounding like you're really far away. I couldn't hear you.
Go ahead, Con.
I think that this is
Oh.
something great that they
Oh.
have access to.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like, again, but like, sometimes like, how it is, you create things and, that if it conflicts with some rule that I'm unaware of, like, obviously let me know. I can deactivate the program, I mean, if necessary, but,
Well, you
but,
presented it to Evian and to TK and they were okay, right?
yeah,
That's perfect. We were
at that
just,
time, there was one thing like that for, I used the wrong C word here for this word, and I said it yeah, they said,
that's
that had to be
perfect because
changed, but I
then
changed it to the correct.
that's perfect then.
Huh?
That's the word that we can use, the compensation. So if you got
Yeah,
it,
yeah. So I
then
was using the other one,
we'll
yeah, and I was told clearly that that word was not allowed to be used. So,
so
so I
we're,
changed
if
that, and
we're
then
given
yeah,
the approval, we're good to go. We just wanted to make sure that we understood how to use it. So we could,
yeah,
present it in
just like I
class.
said, double check. I don't want anything that could possibly hurt, obviously you or me. I mean, so I'm writing this stuff to help members out, like not to put any of us in harm's way. So but I know all my competitors are doing the same stuff. So
Thank you so much, Sean. It was great. I think we're all clear. Does anybody have questions?
I'm good.
Anybody else? I think
when you're demoing this open house packs this pass, you remember, because I showed you, you can just click on view, and then you got the QR code there. When you scan that, what I would do is I would scan it and then when you put some dummy data in there or something, a buyer or something, and then scan it, and so that you can do the screenshot, because otherwise you're not going to be able to show them what the agent would see when they scan that QR code, what I'm saying. So I would just kind of have this on your computer, and then you could just do it just like I did, just slide it over and say this is an example of somebody. You could let everybody in the class scan that QR code, I guess, and but it'd be easier just to have
they
a
love it. Whenever you have
right.
a QR code, if you let them see it so that they can visually see what it would create, they appreciate it. So I think we would do a combination, but thank you for the suggestion. Other than that, I
Yeah.
think good. Thanks
Okay.
so much,
Cool.
Sean. And now we have a recording for us, so we'll be able to share it with the others. Thanks so much. You guys have a great weekend.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sean.
You're
Stay dry.
welcome. All right. It's good
Careful.
seeing everybody.
Careful. Yeah.
Here,
Be
bye-bye.
safe.
Okay. Bye bye.